Rosenborg nil, Manchester United 5. Now forget the Wrexham match. Preseason starts from today, but it was a great performance from our team today. Standout performances. I like Shea Lacey. Andre Santos had a great cameo today. Joshua Zirkzee was great today, and coming in deep and providing the ball forward, pushing it forward. Our fullbacks were great today. Lenny Euro, Luke Shaw, even Camerson and Amas were great today in the second half. And yeah, it was just a great performance from everyone. Pre-season obviously, it doesn't really matter the results per se, but obviously next season it shows us the patterns of play that the manager's liable to play or could potentially play. And today we saw that. We saw that no matter what, Michael Carrick wants us to keep possession of the ball and to keep control. We saw that today with um Joshua Zirkzee coming in deep to get involved in the build-up play. We saw that with the fullbacks inverting and also the fullbacks pushing up high in the build-up play. And with this, you can see that, he wants us to have control of the ball. He wants us to in the attacking areas to have more players going forward, and obviously this will help us more because it will inherently get us more goals. And we saw that today. First half was great. First 10 minutes was a bit scary. I won't lie to you, it wasn't the greatest, but obviously we grew into the game after that. And Andre Santos had a great game today. Covering space very well, covering his ground very well, and obviously providing them passes forward. And he actually picked out a couple good passes today. I think even one of the passes to Joshua Zirkzee was good. And even Mason Mount off the ball was decent today, covering ground. And it just went to show everyone had a good game today. And what this really brings to our team, it shows us that with more quality in our team, with the Tielemans, with the Kobe Minos, with Cunha and Ahmad coming back, we could really potentially gel and actually keep a hold of the ball to a lot better standard that we were last season. Because as we saw last season, more time we were either attacking through individual brilliances or just through straight up, on the break counter attacking football. And obviously that's not sustainable. So the fact that, today we kept the ball well, we recycled possession well, we waited for the right time to pick out the pass for the attack, even through the first goal with Zirkzee, providing a very good progressive pass to Shea Lacey. And yeah, man, that's just what we want. And Shea Lacey today, I can't lie to you, that guy has a serious left foot on him. He's got a serious lefty. The way he was able to cut in and bury that chance, that's something he's shown us, even showed us last season. And it really is it really is a potential advertisement to him playing or being in and around the squad next season, especially in the FA Cup games and the Carabao Cup games. He can therefore get a starting, because with Shea Lacey, I like how, he's very composed and very comfortable enough to dribble and to come in to come inside and provide a lot of opportunities. And that kind of position, especially as a winger in his age, that's something that is we don't see that in our youth team. So the fact that we got him, he can provide and he can pick out the pass, he can pick out the right shot. He will be great for our team. Dorgu was good today. I liked how the way he inverted. And one thing I clocked about our patterns is that our wingers kind of invert into the half turn, half space area, and they allow for fullbacks to get in behind and to get on the flank so that they can actually provide obviously more opportunities going forward for us. And Dorgu done that today. It was intelligent. Allowed Luke Shaw to get the run at times in the flanks. Timed his run well at times, and that's what we liked with Dorgu. I like Dorgu on the ball. He's strong, he's fast, but obviously the only real thing is the quality in the attacking third. Obviously, he scored an absolute worldie against Arsenal and was very good against Brighton, but can we really rely on that, especially as a rotational player for a full season, knowing that we're going to play in the Champions League and all of this? So obviously, these are questions that need to be answered. But today he was good today, and even defensively we were comfortable today. Obviously, apart from the first 10 minutes, there were a couple of lapses of concentrations, but obviously as we grew in, we were comfortable. And yeah, man, it was a good performance. And in the second half, with the second goal we scored, Joshua Zirkzee again unreal, very very composed and very comfortable. To get that silk and to just get past his opponents. That's what we like with Joshua Zirkzee. But again, now is, can you do that to a consistent level? He's shown us that he can do that last season with the Crystal Palace game, but can he do that on a consistent basis? So it's going to be very interesting to see that. And even the young players coming in today, the fullbacks, Amas and Camerson, they had a good cameo as well. I was very impressed with Camerson, the way how he was able to keep a hold of the ball and push forward and really have that tempo to go forward and to just get the ball into the box. And this shows how Michael Carrick wants us to play next season. With the fullbacks going a lot more forward and the wingers being in the half turn, half space position. And it's going to be very interesting to see next season how that works. With Ahmad, we know Ahmad likes to keep a hold of the ball. He likes to wait for the overlap from the fullbacks. It's going to be important and interesting to see how it all works out. And for the most part, today was just vibes, man. It was just a good performance from everyone, man. Like the only real thing now is just how is it gonna be when all of our players come through? Because as we know, in terms of keeping hold of the ball, we got a lot of players coming in. Tielemans, Cunha, Ahmad, even Sesko. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how it all turns out with all of them and how they can really, control games with the way they can keep the ball. Are we gonna potentially see Lenny Euro playing in right back next season? Who knows? To be fair, today he was good, with the one-on-one defending that we know he's good at. Going forward, he provided a good outlet. He inverted and he picked out right passes. And again, it just shows how there's quality in this team. There's quality in some players, man, and it will be very interesting to see and crucial to see that next season. And hopefully we know Ineos, they're liable to get a player anytime. We never know when they're gonna get a player. They can get a player even tomorrow, even right now as I'm speaking. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how it really turns out and who really comes to our team. But for the most part, preseason starts today, innit? So let's wait for the next couple of games and let's see how it turns out. I really kind of want to see JJ Gabriel get some game time. I know he's young, he's what 15, 16, but from what I've seen of him, that guy, like he can play, man. Like he's a baller. He's got tech, he's got speed, he can create. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he gets game time. But for the most part today, impressive of our whole team today. I know it's against Rosenborg, but preseason again, you have to assess what gets thrown into your table. So this performance is a good performance, and hopefully we see more, man, and see more smokings and 7-0s and all of that. But let's see, man. Thank you a lot for watching. Make sure you like if you like the video and support and subscribe. Love.